How to build a happy home. This is a third in a series and probably the final message on this topic. I felt it is so important in our lives to lead a happy home, build a happy home. Our home is very important for us. More than the money, no more than the wealth that we have. Our children are important. Our spouses are important. Our father and mother is important to us. So let us continue to study the Word of God and learn the principles of building a happy home. I'm going to use the same text as I used last week. Psalm 128 in verse 1. Blessed is everyone who fears Jehovah, who walks in his ways. Psalm 128 verse 2. For you shall surely eat the labor of your hands. You shall be happy, and all is well with you. Your wife shall be like a fruitful vine by the sides of your house. Your sons shall be like olive plants all around your table. This is the picture of a happy home. The wife and the husband and the children are all rejoicing, are very happy in the setting of a family. This is heaven on earth. That's what God intended for us to have. Our families, every member of the family should be happy. And therefore, God has provided us the principles by which we can build our home and make it a place of happiness and joy. So I want to address three things this morning. Number one, parents must follow godly examples in order to have a happy home. So the Word of God is saying in 112, Psalm 112 and 1, praise Jehovah, blessed is the man who fears Jehovah, who delights greatly in his commandments. His seed shall be mighty on earth, the generation of the upright shall be blessed. In order for our family to be blessed, parents must show godly examples. They need to be a model for others. They need to follow the principles of the Word of God. Because God is the designer behind the home. He has a plan for our home. He has spelled out all the details by which we can have a happy home. See, the blessing and the cursing is a choice. We cannot say it is God's fault. The responsibility rests upon us. You have a choice either to receive blessing or a cursing. Both are available. Look at the Word of God in Deuteronomy chapter 30 and verse 19. I call heaven and earth to record today against you. I have set before you life and death, blessing and cursing. Therefore choose life, so that both you and your seed may live. The Word of God is very specific. It is your responsibility. You have a choice placed before you. And so, you can make it happen. Therefore, blessing and cursing is a choice for your home. I want to look at the example of Noah. Or you may be saying, why do you talk about an old man? He was in the Old Testament. But I think he is probably the best example I can give to you today. Because Noah was living in days like we are living today. Full of violence, full of problems, people doing whatever they want to do with their lives, not heeding the things of God. And therefore God wanted to judge. In the New Testament we are told, Jesus himself said, the last days will be like the days of Noah. And people will be drinking and eating and marrying and giving the marriage. They're all interested in all of the secular things and the material things. There's a lot of violence around us all over the world. And there is not enough peace we are living in times when we will see the coming of the Lord very soon. So therefore, it is pertinent. It is pertaining to our lives today. And Noah lived a long time. And the Word of God says, Noah was a godly man. Genesis 6 and 9 says, these are the generations of Noah. Noah was a just man and perfect in his generations. And Noah walked with God. What a testimony about this wonderful man of God. In all of his generation, there was a man who was upright. There was a man who was walking right with God. He pleased God. And so God was pleased with him. He was a godly man. Therefore, God gave him a plan. Out of these 600 years after the time of flood, he spent 120 years preaching the Word of God. Very faithful. Obeying the commands of God. It didn't matter to him what the people said and what the people thought about him. People said he's a crazy man. Look at this old man working day after day, chipping out the wood and making a big boat in his front yard. Water is not even 500 miles away. They have never seen a boat before that. Neither did Noah have any idea about building an ark. According to the common people, he was a crazy man. According to the people, they have not seen a rain before that. Scholars believe the rain began to happen from the days of Noah. You know, the mist was coming into the earth in the early days and taking care of the water needs of the plantations and vegetables and all of that. They have not seen a rain. They have not seen a boat. And so they were laughing at it. But God gave him an idea, a plan of salvation. Because the water was going to come on the face of the earth and everything was going to be flooded. But God chose Noah and he asked him to build an ark. In Genesis chapter 6 and 9 again we see these are the generations of Noah. Noah was a just man and a perfect in his generations, and Noah walked with God. Thus did Noah according to all that God commanded him, so did he. And because of that, the Word of God says Noah's family was blessed. Look at Genesis 9 and 1. And God blessed Noah and his sons. And he said to them, be fruitful and multiply and fill it. The only people that was on the earth after the flood were the members of Noah's family. 8 people in all. Everybody else was destroyed in the flood. God blessed Noah because he walked with God. He was a godly